Good afternoon, everybody. Hopefully, you're having a wonderful Monday afternoon, if there is such a thing. So after seeing this on Better Bachelor, I don't know if you guys watch him or not, but definitely go look him up on YouTube. He does a lot of men's content and news and stuff like that. And if you're on Locals, look him up on Locals. But I saw that he did this video about DEI hires and about Cracker Barrel and what their new CEO did. And then I saw it on the Daily Mail, so I had to look into it a little bit more. So this is funny. So yeah. These she must have been a DEI hire because no CEO would do this on like an investor call. You see this at like all the big companies, uh, Disney, Universal Studios, yada yada yada. Like what they do. Anyways, let's get into it, and then I'll rant about it because I'm ranting a little bit too quick. But from the Daily Mail, death of U.S. staple as CEO tanks his own company stock. Great job, Daily Mail, at your reporting because unless this CEO identifies as a man, I believe that it was a woman, not a man. So great reporting on your part, Daily Mail. We trust you. Let's get into this. An iconic American eatery, Cracker Barrel, stock plummeted in recent week after the company's CEO said the restaurant is no longer relevant. So apparently, like I said before, like no CEO. This is why I think she's a DEI hire because it's no CEO would do that. Not in the right mind. Yeah. But Daily Mail said it was a man because it said his. That definitely looks like a man to me. Oof, yeah, just manly features right here, and very muscular arms, and just yep, good quality reporting on your part, Daily Mail. That's quality. The business tanked even more when its chief executive Julie Fels-Mazzino. That sounds like a very masculine name. Daily Mail. That's Julie. Now, that's very popular with all the guys, with all the boys' names now. That's so popular. She told investors, we're just not as relevant as we once were," while speaking on an investor call. And this is where my rant came in the beginning. I was a little bit too early with it, but like I said, this is why she must be a DEI hire because, like, at Disney, at Universal Studios, at all the big companies, everything's all roses and rainbows, and even if they lose money, it's like, oh, it's just the great cold is affecting. Oh, we're in a recession. Oh, we're regrouping stuff and making things better. Like that's what they say, and that they never say they're not relevant anymore. What was maybe it was a Monday. Maybe it was a Monday. They were having this investor call, and she just had like a brain lapse saying like, and that's why she said this. I don't understand. I'm confused why any CEO would say that. Like, and of course their stock's going down because if you're telling your investors, "Hey, we're not relevant anymore," and that is all, who's going to keep your stock? Who's going to invest in your company when apparently even the CEO is saying, "Yeah, we're just a dying company"? Let's see if they say anything else. So they said that the company's shares fell nearly 20%. So dang. Funny thing is, maybe it's just because I'm up here in Canada, but when I first heard about like the shares of Cracker Barrel tanking, I thought it was Cracker Barrel cheese. I was like, but Cracker Barrel cheese is so good. Why would the stock be tanking? And then luckily, I followed up with Better Bachelor and learned that it was a restaurant, so that was news to me. So it was on a Thursday apparently. Last Thursday, Southern Eatery announced plans to spend 700 million to drive up its popularity. It was founded in 1969. As patrons flock to its all-American dishes. So I'm assuming like this is more They're saying it's more popular with old people than with the kids. Which, I mean, okay, then like revamp your stuff, but you gotta. If you're an American eatery, you don't have to revamp your menu and stuff because that's what it says right here. The company management believe that some of the restaurant's problems can be fixed by updating the menu and marketing, as well as refreshing the interior and exterior with a different color palette. You don't need to do that. Like, look at this right here. That's so cool. The outside of the store is awesome being old. Think of like Montana's. Montana's is the same look, and they've never changed their look, and they're still extremely popular. So, of your building. But if you're gonna go that route, like, you can't go wrong with all American. We're talking about like American flags, American hats, American accent. Give all the waiters and waitresses the heavy American accent. Get all the Canadians going down there being like swooning over the American accents down there. I don't know if that actually happens, but personally, I think it's quite enjoyable to listen to. But that's just me. But you can't go wrong with that sort of stuff. And I mean, there you go. It's not very hard to revamp it. And like it says, it's historically all American dishes. So you don't need to fix that. That's perfect. Nowadays, you got restaurants coming that's like Indian, African, I guess in America, Canadian, where you pretty much just eat like poutine all day and wear toques. And you have like all these international dishes. An all American restaurant is unique in itself. I can tell you, finding a good place to get like a steak and smoked meats and a good hamburger, like just like a good hamburger and fries. I don't know if that sounds all American to me, but is quite unique in itself. They say down here, 2 of the stores have already been revamped with a makeover, and 10 others that are experimenting with a refreshed menu. Okay, so what's the makeover? They're cutting 20 items from the traditional menu and replacing them with premium savory chicken and rice, slow braised pot roast and hash brown casserole, shepherd's pie. The new menu items will be showcased this fall. Okay, so no wonder you're losing money. Your patrons are of the older sort who's been going there forever, and now you're discontinuing. How many did they say? You're discontinuing 20 items that they've probably been going there for forever. No wonder they're going to stop coming. Old people don't like change. Not to their restaurants. I'm not old, and I don't really like change with my restaurants. I'm like, I just want, like, when I come to this restaurant, I want to eat this. And now you don't have it. Now I'm angry because I specifically come here to eat this. And that's what you're doing right there. You're eliminating 20 items that these people are probably coming there for. Of course you're going to lose money. Like, I don't know how this revamp of the menu is supposed to help. Even if it's made to bring in younger customers, how is changing the food going to do that? It doesn't make sense. So it says it lost 16% of diners over 4 years. And Tourist says the reason why they lost stock is because there wasn't much of a plan. They announced a plan. They announced a plan for a plan, but they didn't give investors enough information to judge whether reinvesting in the stores was a credible plan to address the traffic losses. Well, apparently because they didn't have a plan, and going for a plan because they asked for a plan, but they actually didn't have a plan and didn't tell the investors because they didn't have a plan, and then because they didn't have a plan, they're losing their money because of no plan. Very good writing, and very good. Oh, I don't know. Okay, whatever. Sure. Yeah, that could be the reason too. They say one particular obstacle that the company is facing is attracting young customers. They have a lot of senior customers, so long term they need to migrate away. Why would you want to migrate away from old customers? Okay, if yes, old customers are dying off. Unfortunately, that is the case. There's more people getting older by the day as well, and old people have the money to go out, right? Old people have the time and the money to go out. Young people, not so much right now. Young people are just trying to make it. So let's change everything to showcase to young people, because young people with the money they don't have are gonna go to Cracker Barrel to have American food. No, like I said, all you gotta do is go all American everything, because you're an all American eatery, and boom, you have it. It's not. I don't know. It's not rocket science. They say, however, the company apparently they went anti-LGBT policies in the 1990s. Had a hard time keeping its senior clientele while bringing in Gen Z customers. Yeah, but how many Gen Z customers are you bringing in? Last year, Cracker Barrel was accused of going woke. When the restaurant line is front. Oh yeah, that'll. Well, yeah. Maybe they saw an increase in Gen Z customers, but how apparently not much. And like, why would you do that when the majority of your customers are old people? You're doing the stupid thing where you're like, hey, let's just shun all of our let's shun our base, and then move towards and hope we get the younger people who, like I said, have no money, and I don't know. It's just battle around. Like, have you never heard the term "go woke, go broke"? You're the old country store. You're an American style eatery, right? Going and you have a boomer class clientele. Nothing good can come from going woke. So Cracker Barrel isn't the only American chain struggling to rally customers. Yeah. They go on to say Red Lobster, which is I've never went to Red Lobster, so I'm gonna just bypass that. Applebee's, Red Lobster, Applebee's has been going down. So it also says they also compete with the likes of Waffle House and Denny's, which has been going down as well. Do you see a trend here? As a CEO, do you see a trend that everything is like your competition is declining? There's a bunch of other restaurants that are declining that are like historical American restaurants. Maybe it's just the economy's stupid. Maybe people just don't have enough money to go out to eat expensive food. How much? Yeah, how much has your food gone up? I know I don't eat out anymore because it's just too expensive for what I get. So when people can make their food like cheaper and better food at home than going out to eat for whatever you give them, I mean, why would they go out to eat? Can they go out to eat? It just seems like their decisions are dumb. But I don't know if this is all off of the DEI hire of what's her name, Julie Mazzino, but that was probably the nail in the coffin for this eatery. So congratulations for that. And I'm assuming, well, unfortunately, I can't assume that it was another DEI hire who decided um, to put up all the pride flags and stuff like that, because we see the likes of Disney and all the other big corporations, they're doing the same thing. So I don't know. I don't understand why these companies think that, oh, that's the thing to do now. That's the popular thing, right? Like it's not a it's not a fad. It's not going to bring people into your restaurants. Just go with what you know and what your customer base is. Don't change what you are. And that's the problem with these companies. They're trying to change what their company is and change their base, and they believe that they're going to make more money when they shun who actually goes to the restaurants, who actually consumes their product. Look at Star Wars. They're the same thing. They went all the DEI route. They went all the woke route, and they made crappy movies. And they pretty much did the same thing. They told their audience that they were the problem, and if they don't like the new stuff, don't watch it. And they're taking out. I don't know who watches the new Star Wars stuff anymore. I don't see anybody going to their movies, and they're not getting the same numbers as they used to. So, and they report that they're gonna come out with a bunch of series and a bunch of movies, and nobody watches those. Same with Marvel, right? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe this is just why we can't have nice things, because they just get ruined. But let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm done with this rant. I'm just like, at this point in time, I'm just ranting about stuff. So I'm gonna cut her here. If you like this video, if you could subscribe, that would be awesome. Let me know what you think of Cracker Barrel going woke down below, and have a good rest of your day.